All right, guys. So my name is Kate with Scotland Run Marketing. Today, I'm going to be going over with you guys what SLM can do for you. This is a class that's primarily geared towards newer agents, newer folks that are just kind of joining, just to really give you an idea of how we can help support you and how we can help you get started with your new KW office. So we'll go ahead and jump in. So the first thing that I want to cover with you guys today is going to be your completed Keller Cloud setup. Now, you will only receive this if you have already completed your questionnaire, and then we've been able to complete your setup. That takes usually 24 to 48 hours for turnaround time for us to complete those. However, if you haven't seen it and it has been longer than that, most likely we have a login issue and we're unable to access your accounts to get started or something like that. But we'll definitely reach out to you, or you can certainly reach out to us at our support email, which I will drop in the chat for you guys. Now, this is an email you guys can reach out to no matter what issue you're encountering or question you have. We're here for support no matter what you need. But this Keller Cloud setup email, you're going to receive one. It's going to say something similar to this here. Something along the lines of your Keller Cloud setup is complete. It's going to have your name and your market center number. Now, your market center number is kind of important to know because anytime you access our website, you're going to need that. And anytime you want to access your logins, you're also going to need that. So it'll say it again, but you'll see a little graphic similar to this. It's kind of a GIF. And then below that, it will say, welcome aboard to Keller Williams. Please click here to access all of your new information. So that is a button. If you click on that, it then gives you your market center number again. And goes over, we are so excited to have all of your KW technology set up. Can't wait to help even further, and everything like that. Now, next at the very bottom, you're going to notice that you have a couple of QR codes. One of those is going to be for your KW agent website. So if someone were to scan that QR code, it's going to take them to your KW agent website with your branding. And anyone that creates an account on that should then be plugged into your command as a contact. Now, the next is your KW app. So that is your mobile version of your website. They're kind of connected. And anybody that signs up for your app is also going to be plugged into your command. So that QR code will be branded to you once they sign up. If you run into any issues with those QR codes or the links not working or anything like that, just let us know. And then lastly, you will see a I just joined forces graphic. This is yours to use to post to socials, to share through email, however you'd like to. But it basically just has your information and a little I just joined. Now, if you didn't submit a headshot during your questionnaire, you may have a blank square there. If you'd like to add a headshot, you can always email us back and say, hey, can this be updated? Or if any of the information down here at the bottom is wrong as well, all of that can be updated. Just email us back and let us know what needs to be changed. Moving along to our actual setup, I'm going to go ahead and click here on this little link now. And once that loads, we're going to enter that market center number. So it's 123. This will match whatever your market center is. We get a lot of questions on this up here, the 16-digit code. This is strictly for our setup team, so you can just ignore that. That is if we're still working on your setup or need to make changes. We'll kind of use that ourselves. So just an internal. Then you'll notice that there is a little video here that you can watch. That's going to go over a lot of what we're going over right now, kind of how to read the sheet we're looking at and all of that. Oops. Sorry, just letting some more people in. Next, it's going to say these are all of your systems. Again, it's going to have our SLM website password, which is your market center number, and click here to learn how to use our website. Then we have notes from our onboarding team. So we do like to mention to kind of check those out. If we had an issue with setting something up for you, or if we need you to reply back with something so we can complete a setup for something, we'll generally put those notes here. So in some cases, we may not be able to access the KW email because it was set up before we got a hold of it, which is perfectly fine. But then that doesn't allow us to set up some of your third-party platforms or things like that because we don't have that login. So we'll generally put those notes here for you guys to see. Moving along is your KW logins. So over here on the left, you'll see the KW username and password. And it's also going to go over that this is used for Command, your Command app, KW Connect, etc. So these logins will be for the majority of your Keller Williams systems. Your username is not case sensitive. So if you're not using a capital where it belongs, that's totally okay. It will still let you in. However, that password is case sensitive. So capitals where they need to be, exclamations, extra characters, all of that good stuff. And we do see sometimes if you're copying and pasting, as you can see when I double click this and copy, I'm missing the exclamation mark. Or sometimes when I copy and paste, if there's a space at the end when I copy, those will also paste over and that will prevent you from logging in. So if you're ever running into any issues, just make sure you check that password, make sure it's 100%, no spaces or anything like that. Next is your KW email. So this is your KW G Suite. It's the same as a Gmail. You log in through the Gmail platform or the Gmail app, whether you're doing on the desktop or your phone. You can do either or. So this will give you those logins. If you wanted forwarding set up, we would put that here. Not to worry, you can still set that up if you'd like. And then it has some additional information that goes over your KW email. Next thing you've got is your KW website. So that is your branded Keller Williams website. It should have your agent branding and information on there. Again, when agents or when clients, consumers sign into that, it's put into your database. So you have a new lead or contact in your command. On this website itself, you do not have an agent login. That website is managed and edited through your command platform. So you would log in through command and make those edits. You can create your own login for your KW website though, if you would like to see or, work through your website the way a client would. Your KW.com agent profile is where people can search for you on the KW.com website. And also it's kind of like an internal platform there, but primarily for people to search for agents all across KW. Command mail, that's basically the same as your KW email. It's just how your email is sent through the command platform. So it will use that email for that. Next, we have the consumer app link. So this is your branded consumer app link. This should link them to you directly as the agent. When you're using that link, you can also share this link directly from your command app. And once you're logged in and have yourself set as the agent for the consumer app, you can also share it through that platform. Lots of questions on this when you first use it. You may not see your branding on the front of it. You do have to go to the little person in the bottom right corner to see your branding once you're on there. Next is the Keller Home Loans. So that's going to be your personal links for that. Keller Covered, same thing, your logins for that. And then if you were with Twilio, generally this is not something we set up because it is a paid for service. You do have to include payment when you set it up. However, if we noticed it, we would include that here. Moving down, we do have your DocuSign logins. If you're a returning or existing agent, you may just see your email listed. It's important to us if you already had a DocuSign account connected, we are not messing with that, disconnecting or anything, unless we're specifically told to do so, because we do not want to cause any issues with your connection. But if you are brand new, we'll generally set that up under your KW email, provide you the password. If you ever need to reset that, we do get a lot of questions about the security question. If we were required to set that up, we would put that information down here for you so that in the event you ever need that, you can find it on your setup. Next is Homekeeper. So we'll set that up for you as well. There are some how-to videos on that down here, and it is used to track lead activity. And then we are now setting up some third-party platforms. So these are within the last year or so that we've started setting these up. These are one of those things that we have to have access to the email account itself to set them up because there are a lot of verification codes in order for us to physically set them up. So this is one where if we didn't have your email password, we weren't able to do, but we can definitely go back and set that up for you once we have that password. But that would include Calendly, so a scheduling service. Blink, that is a digital business card. It is a little different from the one in your command app in the fact that it is more customizable and allows you to include a photo of yourself, whereas the command app business card does not. Next, you have Zoom. That's just for you to be able to jump on these kind of calls and other things like that, or client Zoom meetings that you might need. And then there's another one not listed on here. We do now set up Canva accounts, as well as a email signature for all of the KW agents during their setup. So that would also be included here. These are not paid for accounts, they are free accounts. So if you already had one before you joined, you can certainly keep the one that you had. And then we have some helpful resources, links, things like that, so you can find those. And then next steps, we just have a few little things that you can do next to get started, and then some more support numbers and things like that. We definitely recommend saving this email so that you can easily find it and access it for whatever you might need for those logins or anything like that, support numbers, what have you. So definitely start this, keep it handy so that if you ever have to refer back to it, you have it. But moving along, we are going to take a look at the Scott Leroy website. So if you haven't gotten your setup that we just went over, most likely you either have not finished a questionnaire or it's just not completed yet. So if you need to fill out a questionnaire and you're not sure which one applies to you, we'll just briefly cover those. So setup questionnaire, this is going to be basically for a new agent and not necessarily brand new to real estate, but new to Keller Williams. That's just our standard basic one. Then you have if you're a transferring agent. So transferring is from one Keller Williams office to another. And then we have expansion. So this would apply if you are going to be within multiple KW offices. If you have one that's in a state and you're right now next to another state and they can't hold both licenses, you may have a situation like that where you're in multiples. Capper is going to be for kind of those higher producing agents that are coming from another office or luxury agents. Then we have returning. Let's say that you left Keller Williams for whatever reason. Maybe you took a break from real estate or you went to another brokerage for a little bit and you're coming back. That would be the returning agent questionnaire. If you're just an admin for a team, that would be the perfect one for you, whether it's transaction coordination or just admin support. And a lot of those admin turn into agents. So if you are one of those who is going from an admin to an agent, we have a questionnaire for that. If you're part of the Market Center staff, there is one for that as well. Hidden is kind of those producing agents, whether they're a high or a low producing agent, but they're coming from another office and they haven't quite made the full transition, but they want to get some of their systems set up and going. We can set it up as hidden to where you can't be found on the public sites. And then we have an existing agent questionnaire. This is great for existing agents that may want to take advantage of new services that were not offered when they onboarded, or you just want to audit your technology that you're currently using through KW and make sure everything is set up. So this is the one for that. So we can take advantage of getting those extra services added. Let's say you joined 4 years ago or 5 or however long, and we weren't setting up some of those third-party platforms. We could go ahead and do those as an additional service. All right, I'm just checking chat. I don't see any questions, so we will keep moving along. The next thing we're going to look at is this KW agent websites. So we do set up your agent website during your SLM setup. However, we're also here for additional support for that. So we do have classes and additional resources that you can find here on this page. Now, KW did recently launch a new agent website. So if you are still using the old website, you can certainly upgrade to the new one. And this will go over what you need to do before you launch that website, anything you might want to save, because not all of the content is going to migrate over. In fact, most of it will not. So you may want to save some of those. And then once you've launched your website, we'll go over how you can customize it, add testimonials, featured listings, etc. And again, we have classes that go over all of this as well as these resources. And then we have the Keller Williams International provided resources. And a lot of these will go through like a step-by-step how to do something. So they're super helpful as well. Some people are video learners and some are readers. So we've got both options there. Moving along to our next one, live webinars. That is going to be for if you're, excuse me. That's going to be for if you're, sorry about that. If you're joining our live classes, like the one you're on now, you can click that link. It comes straight onto our Zoom. We do also have training here, which is going to provide you a few different options. So the first one is our training calendar. And this will show you how you can access our live record or our recorded classes, as well as maybe vote for upcoming classes you'd like to see or attend. And then we also have the calendar here. Give me one moment, guys. I just need to grab it. So sorry about that, guys. So this is the full month of the calendar. It will go over all of our classes. It will also give you some of the information, like what it might actually cover here in the description, as well as that Zoom link. Now I do like to go over, you can add this directly to your Google Calendar so that you have these on your calendar itself. All you have to do that is click this little plus sign right here. And when you do that, it will bring you into your calendar so that you can go ahead and add those classes. I'm going to go ahead and add, show you what that looks like. And now, as you can see on my personal Gmail calendar, I can view the classes. It's going to set it to my time zone as long as I have that set up. And it's also going to allow me to view that link and that description. And you can easily turn it off and on however you'd like. We do also have PDF printouts of that. If you are looking for something to maybe print out and keep an eye on, you can do that as well. Let me just go back. There we go. And then, of course, we have the upcoming classes. And then down below, you'll see the overview of the classes. So it does give you a little bit more information on each of those classes outside of the description listed up here. Moving to our next one, we have some other SLM challenges. These are great ways to just get started. Mostly all of our new onboards are automatically added to the 30-day challenge right here to help you get started with command and your database and things like that. So that would be this one. There's also command. And then we do have some other jumpstart challenges to help you get started with us, as well as DocuSign and then Teams. If you're on a team within KW, that may be beneficial. Next, we have it does not want to stay there. We have our Keller Cloud sheets. And then these will have just different resources for you to kind of maneuver through different pieces of command. Digital marketing tips. So there's some resources here that you can access and take a look at. And then we have the Tech 101. And again, that is a lot of our resources that you can access. Next is recorded training classes. So for example, if you're looking for today's class after the fact, you want to refer back to it, you can come here to recorded classes. They are kind of categorized. However, you can also just come straight over to our YouTube channel. It is just Scott Leroy Marketing. I will go ahead and drop that in the chat for you guys just in case. We do upload all of our daily recorded classes to the YouTube channel, generally within 24 hours of the class, but we try to get those up by end of business day. On here, you can find the playlists, you can search for specific videos. I do find that it's easiest to find the most recent videos by coming to the videos tab. This will allow you to see the latest uploads and actually filters it that way, meaning you're seeing the most recent. So this one uploaded 2 days ago, so that would have been from Friday, and so on. So great way to stay with the most recent ones. I also definitely recommend subscribing to the YouTube channel. The reason for that is we do put out daily tip videos. And those tip videos are going to go over questions we frequently get asked. So if agents are encountering an issue a lot or they have the same question a lot, we try to create those tip videos just to help, as well as any new updates to Command, because Command is always changing. So we try to stay on top of those new updates so that you guys have a resource to learn those items. Now moving on. So that's just all of that section. Those are going to just break those into categories. Next, we have agent support. And sorry, I keep clicking off of that when I let someone in or something. Agent support, this is a great one for agents to take a look at because this is going to allow you to help with other things after you're on board. So if you need help with importing your database afterwards or bio, if you need marketing support, let's say you want to have a monthly newsletter smart plan or marketing templates, all of those support we offer after you've already joined. So if you've been with us for I've been with KW for 3 weeks or 3 years, you can come on here and ask for any of this. So we also have like the API Nation setup, import top producers, Spring Clean Smart Plan. Then we have some more. So if you didn't have DocuSign set up and you just want that, if you need help with updating your headshot or a QR code created, let's say you have an open house coming up and you want an open house sign-in sheet. We have that as well that you can ask for. So we have an open house sign-in sheet here. And let's say after that's created, you want a QR code that people can easily scan. You can get both of those created. And what that will do is allow people to sign in at your open house. Those people will automatically go into your command because they're signing in on your website. So it's a great, easy way to capture their information without you having to have it on paper and move it into command. This is another one. If you joined a team and things just didn't work out, or you're deciding to go on your own, you can leave the team and we'll help you with your transition as far as branding and things like that, getting that removed. Or if you just need simple things updated like address, phone numbers, etc. And then down here we have some website support. So if you're looking to make changes to your website, these are some of the things we can do for you to help out with that. So adding testimonials, a download my app page, or what's my home worth. If you have a custom domain and you want that to be redirected to your KW website, we can certainly help with that. And then there's a ton of other ones, mortgage calculators, all that. So definitely check those out. Then if you didn't have those third-party platforms created for you and you'd like to get them, or maybe you just want one of them, you can come here and fill out a quick little form. Each of these will just take you to a form to fill out that comes over to our support team. So just gather the necessary information and then we can go ahead and set that up for you. If you're in a state that has compliance, we can help out with that. specific compliance like laws and things, you need links or whatever. And then there's also some leadership support down here. I don't see any questions, but if you guys have any questions at any point, definitely drop those in the chat. There is another one for leadership support if you are a member of leadership. And then the last one here is templates. So we definitely want to check out these free templates. Now the free templates are going to primarily be in Canva, but we do have some free ones that you can take a look at if you're looking for a listing flyer or a social post, if you need help with postcards, or if you don't like the email signature that was created for you, those look like these here. So if you did get one, you should have one that looks similar to this here, or if you had a photo, it looks similar to this one. But if you don't like those and you wanted to pick a different one, you could certainly come here to email signatures. And as you can see, there are quite a few. So we could click through this and see if we like any of these. And if we do, we can go ahead and use the template. And it will open us into Canva. I'm already signed in, so it's automatically bringing me into my account. But if I wasn't, I would just sign in. And then as you can see, there's 21 pages. So it's going to have all of those templates. So if I just find the one that I liked, I can go ahead and start editing that and use that one myself. They're super easy to update. Just drag that over. Whoops, that didn't go into the circle. There it goes. You can easily just update these however you want. We do suggest making sure that whatever compliance rules you do have, make sure you're following those. So if you have certain, rules with your logos or things like that, definitely check with your broker in charge or compliance coordinator before using those to make sure that you are good to go. But once we're done and we've edited this one and we like it, what I want to do is hit share and download. And then of course, I don't want to use all 21 pages. So I want to pick the page that I'm on. So you can do current page or you can find the number and then hit done and download. Now, once that is downloaded, we can go ahead and add it to our email signature. So if I come over to my email, this is not my KW email, but if it was, it would look exactly the same and the process is exactly the same. So to swap out that email signature, I hit this settings, and then I'm going to click see all settings. And from there, I'm going to scroll down until I find the signature box. And that is right here. So it does get confused with this one down here from time to time, but you want to make sure you're under signature. Hit create new. And I'm just going to do 6/24 since that's today. And we're going to go ahead and add image. And all I'm going to do is grab that photo, and I actually need to be under upload first. And then we will drag that over. And from there is one more step. I do want to make sure I like the size of this, that it's legible. I can change that to original size, large, medium, however I want. From there, the last thing I need to do is turn on those settings. So make sure it is on and hit save. Once I'm done with that, it'll bring me into my inbox. And then if I click that, you'll see that my signature is right there. And that is if you update this one too. Let's say that you didn't have a photo and you want to add your photo. You can certainly do that. We'll just drag Scott over. And then I could just add that one to my signature as well. So totally up to you. We can certainly update that for you as well. Once we're done with that, we'll go back to Scott's website. Now there are some designs in Command as well that you can use. So to get to Command, you go to agent.kw.com. Again, it will have you log in. And from there, if we go over to designs, we'll find some other simple designs that we can use. If I go to create and I'm going to do social, and we'll just give it a second to load. And then from there, I do like to point out the business basics. That will have email signatures. It has a couple you can take a look at. They do also have some business card templates that you can check out and print from in here if you want to. There are letterheads and some social branding and virtual branding. So if you need a background for your Zoom meeting, you can certainly grab those in here. All right. We are pretty much at the end of the class. We are done a little early. This class doesn't usually take a full hour, but I do like to leave room for questions. So I'm going to turn off the record and we'll go through some questions, whatever you've got. So let's go ahead and do that.